Hello, Year 2, and welcome to Tuesday's literacy lesson. I hope you had a lovely day yesterday and you're ready for some more literacy today. So I'm just going to, hopefully this works, I'm going to share my screen and it is going to take me to the PowerPoint to show you what we're getting up to for today. So yesterday, you did a really good job. I was very impressed. You wrote a list and you pretended to be an object from your home. You might have been a glue stick like me. You might have been a rubber. You might have been a kitchen tap. Maybe someone keeps leaving the tap on and it keeps drip. Maybe you were a felt tip pen. They always get the lid left off of them. So you were a object yesterday and you wrote a list for me about the reasons why that object was cross with your family. And today we're going to be writing a letter. So just like how the crayons wrote a letter to Duncan, we're going to do exactly the same, but we are not going to be a crayon this time. We are going to be the object that we wrote a list for yesterday. Okay, so that's today's session. We're going to be planning our letter today, so we're going to do a plan. And that's why our question is, how do brilliant writers plan a letter? So we're going to go back to the spelling rule. Okay, that's sound, which is spelled as a C when we see it before those three special letters. Then after we've done that, we're going to look at the features of a letter. We're then going to look at a plan and we're going to draw it. That might take us a little while, but that's okay. And then we're going to write our plan all together and I'll be there to guide you through. So these are things you're going to need. You are definitely going to need that literacy brain turned on, please. And you're going to need pencil, whiteboard, pen. I have put paper here. Now, today, it might be really handy if you have a separate bit of paper. So you don't just do it in your yellow books today. This might need to be a bit of paper that lives on its own because we are going to need it for tomorrow and the next day. So we need to have it so we can have it working side by side. So our yellow book's going to be here and our plans are going to be here. So it might be good if it's on a separate bit of paper. So if you need to pause me, please do so and please go and find some paper. Okay, let's get back to our spelling rule then. So yesterday we learnt our spelling rule, which was that sound in a word. And when it comes, okay, before these letters, when it's before an E, when it's before an I, or when it's before a Y, then we have to change it from an S to a C when we spell it. So for example, if you look at my little mouse, there he is, and he's over by excited. Okay, so if I say excited, it sounds like there's a S in there, but actually it's a C because there's an I, and that's one of our special letters that we know that if there is one of those and it's next to that sound, okay, then we must change it. We must change it to a C. Same with this one, dice. Okay, dice. I've got the sound seems to be at the end, but it's got that special friend in there, which means it ends in an E, and then we must change it to a C. This one is a longer one. This one is emergency, which is why I've got an ambulance. And emergency. Well, it sounds like it should be at the end, the sound for C. We know that E sound is a Y, which means it's one of our special letters that then changes that S to a C, a curly K. So that's our spelling rule. And we're going to do a bit of a challenge now. I'm going to read out some words. You need to listen really carefully with your listening ears. And you're going to decide if that should stay as an S or if it should be changed into a C when we write it down, when we spell it. So I'd like you to give me a pause now in a second because you're going to need to split your whiteboard in half into 2 columns and you need to set it out just how I have on the screen there. So you've got one column which says stay as an S and the other column says change to a C. So if you pause me, and can you do that on your whiteboard, please? Okay, is everyone all done? What's going to happen now then is I'm going to read out some words and then you're going to decide if they should be, what column they should go in, okay? Should it stay as an S or has it got one of those special letters in it, which means it must go and be changed into a C because that letter lives next door, okay? Really important. Okay, first one then. think about, try and picture these words in your head to really help you. If you're finding it a bit tricky, don't worry, because I'm going to show you the answers anyway, okay? Right, first one is race. Race. So try and sound it out if you can. Race. Okay, next one is dinosaur. The next one is listen. Listen. Now remember, if I'm going too quick, just pause me after each one. So that one is listen. So far we've had 3. We've had race, dinosaur, and listen. The next one is nice. Nice. The next one is literacy, what we're doing right now. Literacy. And the last one is person. Person. So I'll quickly run back through and check you've got them in the right column. You should have 6, okay? So we should have race, dinosaur, listen, nice, person, and literacy. Okay, hopefully everyone's got all 6. Now, hopefully we've got a few of them right. Anyway, let's check. I've got the answer on the next screen. Okay, have a look, maybe pause it just in case. And there is your answer. So for some of them, they were easy, okay? And some of them had those special letters in, so we had to change it over. We had to change it from an S to a C. So have a look at my answers. Give yourself a tick or a cross. If you've got a few crosses, don't worry, because you can always practice and practice, so don't panic. All right then, I'm going to move on from this now. We're going to get on with our writing for today. So it is session 2 for the week, and we're going to be looking at the features of a letter to get us started with today. I've written a letter. This is one that's from people at school will have seen this one before, but I've used it again. This one is just a letter that we've written to our bear friend. Okay, he was in a bit of a muddle. He was in a bit of a situation. He didn't know what to do. So some of you might have seen this already. So just listen to my letter, okay, and see if you can spot any of those bubbles. Now my bubbles are at the top of the screen. Oh, I don't know where my mouse has gone. Oh, there he is. My bubbles are at the top of the screen. I wonder if you can spot any of them. I have highlighted them in purple to make it easier. So it says, Dear Bear, I'm writing to you to give you some advice, as I know you have a hard decision to make. I think that you should stay in the beautiful forest with your friends. You'll be lonely if you go to the city, and you and your friends will miss you so much. What if you don't like it there? I think it is safer for you to stay at home, but it is your decision. From Miss Booth. Okay, that's my letter. Now, I hope you had a good look at the bubbles, because they are important bubbles. They are the ones that we need to try and include in our letters that we're going to write at the end of the week. So no letter writing today. We're just doing our plan. So I've got conjunctions in there. Have a look, see if you can spot some. I've got quite a few in there. I've got full stops. I've got those fancy contractions where I've squidged those 2 words together. I've tried to spell everything correctly. I've used my finger spaces, and I've used those capital letters. So that's my letter. And I've also started it with dear and from, so don't forget to do that too. But remember, we're not doing that today. That's going to be tomorrow's work. Okay, so we're going to be planning our letter. So it says, today we will be planning our letter. Yesterday, one of our household objects came alive, and you wrote a list of reasons of why they were upset. Today, we will be pretending to be the object and planning all the bits to put in our letters to our family. So by the end of the week, we would have written a letter to our family to complain, basically. So you need to get back into your objects brain now. Why is that highlighter feeling so sad? Okay, here is my list from yesterday. You guys probably need to get your books out now and have a read back through of your own list. I'm going to read out mine, but after I've read mine, you need to pause and you're going to need to read your own. Okay, double check it against mine. I am furious. That means really angry with my family because 1, people keep leaving the lid off of me and it drives me out. 2, I feel lonely sometimes because there are no other glue sticks in the house to talk to. 3, sometimes people roll me up too high and then squish my lid down on my head. 4, a person has tried to lick me before. Now that was scary. 5, my family don't use me every day, so I wish they did more, as I spend a long time tucked up in a drawer. Okay, pause me now, and I want you to go back and check your own. Have you got all the reasons? Have you thought of even more reasons overnight? Give me a pause, have a read back. Okie dokie then. Right, today is where we're going to then get started with the plan. So this is where you're going to need your loose bit of paper. It's going to be easier to write the letter if you've got a loose bit of paper. If you haven't, don't worry, but it might just be a bit easier. So this is what you need to write out and draw on your plan. You're going to probably need a ruler as well. Hopefully you've got one. If you haven't, don't worry. So the first box, hopefully you can see my mouse, it says dear. This is who you're going to be writing to. Then it says, why are you writing? How are you feeling? And I've given 3 reasons there. Okay. You might want to do more, or you might want to do only 2. It's completely up to you. And then from. So you need to get that copied in now onto your blank piece of paper. Okay, this might take you a while, so don't worry. Just give me a pause. I'll be back when you're back. Now, just a little note. We are only writing keywords. That's good. That's really good. So pause me and I'll see you in a minute. Right, I'm back. Hopefully you've all done. Okay, so it says, let's work on this together. And that is what we're going to do. So it says, the more chilies, the more reasons you are adding. And hopefully you're going to add some conjunctions in there too. Now, remember, we are only writing keywords. Okay, so we're not writing the whole thing, which is nice and easy for us. So the first box, okay, we're going to do this all together. Dear, this is who you're writing to. Okay, so you need to choose someone now. If I was you, I'd maybe do mum and dad, brothers or sisters. You can maybe just say my family. It's completely up to you. Choose a family member to really focus on, or just choose your entire family. So pause me and write something in that box, please. Okay. The next one says, why are you writing? So in this one, I've put, I've had enough of how you're treating me. You don't understand how it feels. Now, remember, we're only writing keywords. So you might just want to say, okay, had enough. You don't understand. Completely up to you. But we're only writing keywords on this one. So you're going to tell me why you're writing. Okay, think back to why those crowns were telling Duncan off. Why were they writing? So have a think, give me a pause and think about why you are writing to me. Okay, the next one then says, how are you feeling? So this is where you can literally just write a few adjectives to describe how you're feeling. Okay, so there's a few there I've given you already. You might have some brilliant ones because you've definitely got a thesaurus. If you haven't, don't worry. So I've got angry, sad, upset, fed up, but you can think about loads of better words than that than me. I know you can. So if you pop a few of those into your box now, okay, how are you feeling? Pause me and pop it in the box. Okay, now then we're going to start thinking about our reasons. Now this is where, if you're doing you're doing your 3 chilies, you're going to need to use conjunctions in there too. So you're not writing sentences, but you're going to tell me what conjunctions you're going to use. So reason 1, okay, you think about the first reason of why you're feeling sad or angry. What has your family done? Now, it's going to be ideal for you to get your list out from yesterday and really think about why they had made you cross or they'd made you sad, okay? And all you're doing is just copying out a few key words. So, for example, if I was doing this for my glue stick, I might say lid kept off dry, okay? And I might want to join them together with an and or a because. So pause me and do your reason 1. Okay, once you're done, look back at your plan. Okay, the one chilly people, you're going to be done after this one. So look back at your plan now and think of another brilliant reason of why you're feeling angry or sad. So I've done the one where my lid keeps getting left off and I'm getting all dried out. The next one I might say lonely because no other glues. That's just 5 words, right? So that's nice and easy. And I've got my conjunction in there, so I know I need to expand on this for tomorrow when we start writing it. Okay, pause me and get your own second reason down, please. Right then, last reason. Okay, if you're 2 chilly people, then you're going to be finished after this one. If you're 1 chilly now, you just need to write from and your name, and then you are finished. If you're 2 chilly, we've got 1 more reason to go. So my third reason that I said, oh yeah, I remember. It was where people kept rolling me up too much and then pushing the lid down on my head, it kept getting squished. So I might say, rolling up too high, squished head. That's 6 words from my box. And then the 2 chilly people are also finished. My 3 chillies, you're going to keep going for a little bit longer. You're going to write me 2 more reasons now of why you're feeling sad or angry. So I want everyone now to pause me. My 3 chilly challenge people, keep going. My 2 chilly challenge people, okay, you need to write your third reason and then from your name. My 1 chilly challenge people, you are just writing from and your name because you're finished. Okay, right then. So now is the most important part of the lesson. You need to read it back. Does it make sense? I know it's not going to make loads of sense because you've just written keywords, but have you thought about any conjunctions that you can use for tomorrow? Okay. Have you really checked out these words? I'm definitely going to use them. They're the best words that are going to make my brain think, oh yeah, that's what I was writing. So check your plan back. Does it make sense? Hopefully it does. So give me another pause. All right then, this is tomorrow what we're getting on with. So it says tomorrow we will be beginning to write our letter and this will take us 2 days. Whew, that's good. So I'm not going to have to rush through it tomorrow. I'm going to take my time and make sure it's brilliant. So no rush. So tomorrow we're going to get started. We're probably going to write 1 reason maybe, and then we're going to finish. And then the next day we will get finished off. So that is brilliant news. No rush for me. Okay, that's our literacy done again. Tick. And what you need to do now, I wonder if any of you got an Oxford Owl yesterday. If not, don't worry, I wonder if you can get on there today. Find your login that your teacher has sent mummy and daddy and see if you can get logged on there all by yourself. If you can't, we've sent you some books home in your packs. Okay, you've got your common exception word map. I wonder if you could do a bit of reading and a bit of spelling of those. That's going to help you for later in the week. And you've also got read writing online on YouTube that you could also do too. Okay, so keep that reading brain ticking over for us because tomorrow you've got a reading session to do. Right then. I can see you again. Well, have a lovely Tuesday. Well done for another brilliant lesson and I will see you again tomorrow. See you later.